Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Floyd Humphreys at floydhumphreys.com. And today I just want to talk about sponsoring. And the thing about it is sometimes people tell you just never quit sponsoring, to sponsor hundreds and hundreds of people. And there's even people that have said you can't sponsor too many people and stuff like that. But the thing is it depends on who's telling you the advice, because if you're taking the advice from somebody that's not making $1 million a year, then you can disregard the source, because if you're taking advice from somebody that's not credible to give it, then that's not the wise thing to do. Now, if you're taking that same advice from somebody that is making $1 million a year or even a month, then he knows what he's talking about, and he's not talking about what most people think he's talking about, because typically, you never want your group to stop sponsoring, obviously. So when somebody says don't go into management mode, well, you just can't sit on your ass and expect it to grow without you, and you can't just, start, telling people what to do and stuff like that, because then your organization will die. So, but it's not so much that you quit sponsoring as it is that you quit sponsoring personally in the beginning. Now, I'm talking about in the beginning stages, because I'm talking to people that are making less than $1 million a year. Now, when you make more than $1 million a year, then this goes out the window, and then you begin to do it again. So it's like that. So anyway, what it amounts to is the whole idea behind network marketing is duplication. So you haven't duplicated yourself until you're 3 levels deep. Just because you go sponsor somebody doesn't mean you've duplicated yourself. All that means is if you've sponsored a person. Duh. That doesn't. The reason it doesn't mean you've duplicated yourself is because he isn't you. He isn't yet trained. So if this is you right here up at the top, and you go sponsor this guy right here, you haven't duplicated yourself when you sponsor that guy. Now, when you teach that guy to sponsor somebody that will teach their people to do it, the same thing, then you've duplicated yourself, and that's 3 levels. So you have not duplicated yourself until you're 3 levels deep. Now, when this line is 3 levels deep, you can walk away from it and it'll continue to grow, because this person down here has been trained that he's got to go 3 levels deep before he's duplicated himself, and so then it will go down to level 6. Okay, so what happens is when you bring this person in, he doesn't know what to do. He hasn't a clue. He's only been in for 5 minutes, and so when somebody says, well, just keep on sponsoring 1,000 people and maybe you'll find somebody that already knows what they're doing eventually, well, whoopee, that's not. The person who told you that might as well be brain dead. That's brain dead advice. So if you just keep sponsoring people and hope that you're going to find somebody that already knows what I'm telling you right now, that you've got to work with your people and that it's got to go 3 levels deep before you've duplicated yourself, before it's time to sponsor another one. So what happens is, when you help this person, the best thing you can do is to help him get a check next Thursday. And so what you want to do is ask him, who do you know who's interested in making some extra money? Now, he knows people already. They're probably family and friends, might be his neighbors. Who knows who they are? And when people say don't talk to family and friends, or when people say I don't want to talk to family and friends, it just means that they're chicken shit. And the reason why they're chicken shit is because they do not have the confidence in what they're doing. They do not believe in what they're doing, because if they did believe in what they were doing, then they wouldn't have any problem talking to their family or friends. Now, for instance, if they come home and they see that the house is on fire, well, then they walk in the house and they say, "Hey, everybody out of the house is on fire." Okay, so why are they willing to talk to family that way? The reason why they're willing to talk to family that way is because they believe in what they're talking about. The house is on fire. Get the hell out before you die. Okay? Duh. Okay. So when somebody says that they're not willing to talk to family and friends, well, I don't want to bug my family and friends. Well, then why are you even doing this? You don't even believe in it. And if you don't even believe in it, then why in the hell did you even begin? Because you don't believe in it. Now, when you do believe in it, then you call me, because otherwise I don't have time to talk to you, stupid ass. So that's how that is. So you only need 5 people will make you a multimillionaire. 5. So you don't need to go sponsor 1,000 people, because 5 will make you a multimillionaire. So you don't even need to sponsor the 6th one yet. Now, so in order to do this correctly and to have people that don't quit and don't waste your time and money spending, I spent, I don't know, $30,000, $40,000 on Craigslist. So, I got some good people out of that, by the way, but I also had hundreds of people that quit. So if you do it this way, you won't have anybody that quits, not even a single one. And anybody says, oh, people will quit, that's just the way it is. Bullshit, that's not the way it is. It's not the way it is. So you've got to train them. They've got to believe in what they're doing, and they've got to duplicate themselves, and that's it. So when you go get this person and you help him together, if you live 1,000 miles apart, then you say, look, you get that person and let's get on a Zoom call right now. And then, like if you call me and you say, Floyd, I've got this person and I haven't been in it as long as you, and I don't feel comfortable about talking about it as good as you do. And he might ask me how much money I make or something like that. Well, if somebody asks you how much money you make, first of all, it's not about you. So you've got to quit the way that you approach people that way, because it's not about you. Now, if people want to know how much money there is to make, you direct them to some of the people that are making $100,000 a month, and there's a lot. And there's a guy, they call him the Millionaire Maker, and he has free training. And I talk about it in my blogs, and anyway, all my people know about it. And his training is free. They call him the Millionaire Maker. So he's made more than 50 people millionaires a year in this business, okay? So, if they want to be introduced to some people that make $100,000 a month, well, then fine, I can do that, But how much money I make, it's not about me, because I just started, see, I've only been in the business 10 minutes myself, see? So you've been in the business 5 minutes. So together, we've only got 15 minutes of experience, right? So how much money we make doesn't have anything to do with anything, because we just started. But the plan itself and the company and all that is proven over years. Okay, so now you sponsor this person, and now, back to, okay, so you call me up and you say, I got this person and I want to get on a Zoom call. So I get on a Zoom call and I give you the number of the Zoom call so that you can join. So then I wait a few minutes and you guys both get on, and we can all three look at each other and hear each other all at the same time, and help this person to not only come in as an executive, but also to give us the name of this person down here that he's going to bring in, and we're going to get that person on a Zoom call. Now, we might not be able to get together with that guy until he gets off of work or something like that. It might be in another hour, it might be tomorrow. But the point is, we're going to help this guy duplicate himself. And we're not just going to tell him about it. We're going to help him do it. We're going to make it happen. So when his organization looks like this, and he's got 3 people that have got 3 people, of course, we want to get 5, because 5 makes you a multimillionaire. But did that just turn off? All right, I'm going to have to come back. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so anyway, the idea is that after you've helped this person to get 3 that got 3, or 5 really, then you go sponsor another one. So this will be the second one that you've sponsored. So in other words, you don't need to go out and sponsor 100 people. What you want to do is sponsor 1 and make him solid. Now, he's got to be somebody that's serious about the business. He's got to come in as an executive. He's got to maintain his executive every month. He's got to, I mean, that's it. We're not working with putts. We can't turn it into an ice cream cone. So, but he's going to be serious about the business, but he's only just one person. Now, when he has built an organization like this, because you've helped him do it, his checks are larger than what he's spending on product. Now, as an executive, in order to maintain that, he's only buying 90 BV, so his expenses are around $150 a month, $175 a month, something like that. So that's what he's spending, but he's earning more than that. So, just these right here, he earned $200 each on those. And if he did it in a month, then, there's $600 his first month. So, he might have did this whole thing his first month. I mean, he could have done this whole thing in one day, didn't have to take 2 years. But at any rate, whenever he's got this, and he won't quit. He'd have to be a retard. He'd have to be an imbecile to quit. Nobody quits when they're making more money than they're spending. And it's going to continue to grow because you taught him to sponsor somebody and teach them that they have to go 3 levels deep before it's duplicated. So that's going to go down to the 6th generation, and then the 9th generation, and then the 12th generation, da-da-da-da-da. So now it's okay for you to sponsor your second person. So now he's already making money, and he will never quit. And these people are making money, and they will never quit. None of your people are going to quit, not a single one. Now, so you go and you sponsor somebody else. And it's easier now because you say, well, I helped sponsor Fred last week, and he's already got 3 that have already got 3, and I'd like to help you to do that same thing. And so if he's not brain dead, he'll say yes. And so then you help him sponsor somebody and teach them that they've got to teach that person that it's got to be 3 levels deep, da-da-da-da-da. And then, of course, after this person's organization looks like this, then he will never quit, and they will never quit, and they will never quit. They've only been in for 5 minutes, these people down here. So they probably haven't even got a check because you only get paid once a week. And if it hasn't been a week, well, they haven't even had time to get a check. But they will, because they are trained to go down 3 levels deep in order to consider themselves duplicated. So now you can go over and sponsor another person, and then you help that person, and then you help that person to get these 3. Now, the reason I cut this off like this in this diagram is because if you go out and sign up 100 people, say, instead of doing it this way, let's say you went out and signed up 100 people, or even let's say you even went out and signed up 25. If you went out and signed up 25, and one of them got 1, and another one got 2, and maybe one got 3, well then that's 33 people. Okay, and if you don't work with them, then most of them will quit. The 2 or 3 that sponsored somebody probably won't quit this month. They probably won't quit for 6 months. But they'll quit probably. So 90% of people in network marketing quit within their first year, and that's because they don't do it like this. That's because they don't do it the correct way. They go out there and they sponsor a lot of people that aren't interested, or they use salesmanship, talk people into something that they don't need or don't want, and so so they don't see the benefit, and then they don't make any money, and so then why are we even doing it? Da 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 da. You don't do it like that. They start making money their first week this way. Okay, so anyway, if you sponsored 25 people, and one of them sponsored 1, and one of them sponsored 2, and one of them sponsored 3, you'd have 33 people, and that's what this is 33 people. And so instead of going out and signing up 25 people, you just do it this way, and you signed up 3. And the reason this isn't full yet is because enough time hasn't went by yet. You've only started helping this person got the 3, and then you started helping this person get 1. So then when your 3 got 3, then it's time to go get number 4. And then when they've got 4, it's time to go get number 5. And so like that. And then, of course, when you've got 5, they've got 5, they've got 5, they've got 5, you're a multimillionaire, and you didn't sponsor your 6th person yet because there was no need to, because you weren't being greedy. You were trying to help your people. The number 1 law of the universe is if you give out good, you get good back. Karma, okay? And if you want to rise yourself up, what you do is you rise other people up. And it's just automatic. It can't be denied. It can't be stopped. It's a law of the universe. So when you do it this way, you will succeed, guaranteed 100%. There will be no failure. And none of these people will ever quit, ever. Okay? I mean, it's just that simple. And so don't make it hard, you know, because if you go out there and sponsor 100 people, you're making it hard. And not only that, since you don't know what you're doing, the people under you aren't going to know what to do either. So you've got a whole group of people that don't know what in the hell they're doing. Okay? Now, when you, one of the things about going and getting Robert Hollis's free training, roberthollis.com/free, is that he does make $1 million a year, more than that. And so I think he's making $1 million a month. I'm not sure how much he makes, but he makes a lot. He's helped 50 people make $1 million a year, and he's helped a lot of people, hundreds, become financially independent. Anyway, his training is free. He has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of excellent training and teaching you how to do it. And the one thing that he specifies is help your people. And he wants them to get a check the first week. And so many people go and watch his training, and they miss that whole thing. You know, they watch it, but it doesn't click. They think they got to go out and sign up 100 people, and that's not what he's saying at all. So, you know, sometimes people hear, but somehow the words don't register in their brain, you know. So that's why I made this presentation, because this is the best, this is foolproof, okay? So anyway, I invite you to go look at my blog, which I have a blog. Here's my blog right here. And here's the guy I was just telling you about. And with the man they call the Millionaire Maker, Robert Hollis. And here's an article, Incorrect Sponsoring, that I go through a lot of what I just barely went through in the video. And anyway, in fact, I use the same diagram here, and I explain it. Sometimes you can create a better picture with words. But anyway, if you want a little bit more about that, just go to my blog. And anyway, I hope you have a great day.